architectural agreement with Dun & Dalton. I had hoped I'd have it ready, but we don't have it ready. So,
Which one is that?
that's number one under unfinished business.
That would be ready next meeting.
Yes, yeah. And then I'd like to add one to, we have gotten a contract in for the CDBG DR grant agreement. It's like 16.9 million. Y'all authorized us to file the application. We've got all the documents. So this is a lengthy motion, but I'd like to add a motion to authorize the chairman and clerk to the board and other administrative officials, if required, to execute the CDBG DR grant agreement, funding approval, signatory form and certification cards, the performance-based contract, the electronic payments form, and any other documents required by the North Carolina Emergency Management Division pertaining to this grant, subject to final review by the county attorney. I have waded through all of it, and it looks okay. But I want the board to take a look at it as well. But as y'all know, when you deal with the state, they don't typically change a lot of their form contracts. But I did finally wade through it. We got it, I think, late Friday is why it wasn't on the original agenda. But we do need to get this done as quickly as possible, because we, as y'all know, we're opening the intake center here shortly, December 1. So we really need to have this executed as soon as possible.
That's why the governor's coming this afternoon.
That's correct. That's correct.
Is that unfinished?
Is that unfinished?
I would like to put that under unfinished business, and we may need to add one thing after a brief discussion on that.
And we also, Mr. Chairman, need to add the NCACC November 2017 video, please, under new business.
Okay.
Could you make a copy of your motion, lengthy motion, and give it to the vice chair for him to
Yeah,
make
I've
that
written it
motion?
out.
I'm just gonna make him read it again. Now, whoever want to make the motion, I say what he said.
Yeah, that might be the best thing. Just let me read it, and y'all say motion.
Y'all like that better? I like that better.
And that's,
Well, we could do like they do in Washington, just vote on it and not read it.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Anything on the agenda for commissioners to add? Okay. Public comments, we got public hearings. And I understand that number 1 was passed last night at the city council.
Yes, 5-2. We got an email from the city manager last night, I think, saying that.
And then the second was the public hearing on the leasing of the hangars out at the airport.
Right.
We have any appointments this morning?
We have one.
One appointment. No unfinished business. Let's
Oh, yes,
see.
you just added one.
Oh, we do?
That's it.
The motion that he's
Oh, I'm
going to
sorry,
read.
I'm sorry. I need to draw my arrow up there.
Yeah.
I got it down at the bottom of the page. Thank you. Are the exclusions looking good? President East Fayette?
Yes, everything's fine there.
Anybody got any questions on that? Okay. Then we got a motion to adopt resolution to the 17th Amendment of the position classification pay plan.
Yeah, those are some small changes there. So everything's in order there. Let me go to that. 31.
Page 33.
Yeah, it's 33. Yeah, we wanted to put in the classification grade for the staff attorney and then the collection division coordinator in the tax department.
Yeah, okay.
So we needed to add one, and then the one in the tax department where Alan's requesting a change on that.
Okay, so your new business, is Kevin gonna be here for the Farm City Week?
Yes, he is. I didn't know, we added after the pre-agenda meeting, number 5 under consent, which is this surplus property. I just wanted to show.
Oh, I skipped that, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, thank you. Is that property is just joining the property of the church?
It's, and it's right behind Goldsboro Iron and Metal.
Oh,
that adjoins.
And the reason it's only for $1 is it's basically a substandard lot. You can't build on it. So the only value is to an adjoining property owner.
We only get.
But the advantage of this is it gets it back in productive use in the city, and we don't have to pay to maintain it.
I guess it's because it was only $1. I kind of forgot about it, skipped over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me there. All right, moving back to new business, the A&K grading Phase 3 of stream debris removal project, to award that contract.
Yeah, we've got two situations there. We bid out Phase 3 and Phase 4. Phase 3, there's not an issue with that. We're recommending that you award a contract in the amount of $364,795.45 to AK Grading for Phase 3 of the stream debris removal project. We did have a lower bidder, but he did not, as you see from her memo, he listed 3 references in his bid packet, but he has not completed work for Columbus or Robeson County Soil and Water. He also listed Duplin Soil and Water as the 3rd reference. Ashley has spoken with them, and they have the following problems. He's been working for approximately 10 weeks, has not completed a stream segment today. Work that has been completed is not satisfactory. 2 crews have quit, therefore he doesn't have any employees to do the work. He does not have adequate equipment to complete the job properly. He told Duplin he couldn't work in Duplin due to the workload in Bladen and Columbus counties. Duplin verified he was not doing work in those counties. So we have a multitude of issues there. We hate it because it was a significantly lower bid, but if you can't perform, we don't recommend you go with that contractor. I think we're just setting ourselves up for a lot of problems. Craig, Ashley, and I discussed this at length, as well as Noel, and our recommendation is you go with the second low bidder, which is really the lowest responsive bidder and responsible bidder. So we're recommending you go with A&K grading on Phase 3. And then, Mr. Chairman, if I could, go on to Phase 4.
Yes.
In Phase 4, we're recommending that you reject all the bids for Phase 4 as they exceeded the available funds by a wide margin, and then authorize the rebidding for an amended scope of the work. So we're going to have to amend that scope and then go back out on that one. But we wanted to go ahead and get 3 awarded so that we could get another $364,000 underway.
Okay. Number 4, the motion to approve the facilities master plan. Are you planning to go through that during the meeting?
I'm going to go through it,
Okay.
fairly detailed, or as detailed as y'all want me to go through it.
Okay.
I thought what I would concentrate on is not the previous stuff. We'll just let everybody read that, but what's left to do.
Okay.
So I'll go through that
should.
because that's really the guts of what is it you want to do.
And then we're going to have a motion to authorize the county manager to auction vacant property for farm use for 3 years and authorize acceptance of the highest bid.
Yeah, as y'all recall, I think we did a pretty good job 3 years ago of aggregating all that property, with the exception of the industrial park, which we found out later. Joe went out and found corn growing. And that's when we realized we had not included that, if y'all remember that. That was about a year in, so we made that one, we leased that out, but we leased that for 2 years. So all of this stuff is now on the same 3-year schedule, and that was our intent. And then every 3 years we bid it out. And if y'all remember, before we did it the last time, we checked with Kevin Johnson, and a lot of the issue was how long should it be, and we felt like 3 years made sense because that's what they need to get the benefit of putting out the lime the first year. So we've decided on a 3-year term. That seems to have worked well, and we're going to continue with that. There's a couple of modifications from what we've had in the past, and that has to do with out at the airport. There's about a 70-acre tract at the airport we can't farm. Or technically we can farm, but it has to be very low crops because it's adjacent to the runway. And so we're working through that. So that'll be a little bit different. But other than that, it's pretty much what we've been doing in the past. So, and to our knowledge, we think we've got all of our properties now that are capable of being farmed.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, then we got the NCACC video. After that, county manager comments, board of commissioners comments. And we need a closed session this morning, Mr. Council.
Yes.
And for what reason?
One, to discuss matters relating to the location or expansion of industries or businesses in Wayne County, to establish the negotiation position for purchasing property, and to consult with me to preserve attorney-client privilege.
Is there a motion on the floor to go into closed session?
So moved.
Have a motion on the floor, any discussion? All in favor, please go to closed session.